But that consenting adult thing, that's something that I personally grapple with, right? Mm-hmm. Because oftentimes I see people do things or act in ways that me personally, I feel like, brother, sister, damn right, don't let them do that to you, or don't do that to them. You know what I mean? But there are consenting adults involved. And for me to push in my mouth or pushing myself now, I'm like, where do I draw the line between being concerned and being gypsy?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is really when I see something that, might miss me a bit, I just be like, not my circus, not my monkeys. That's to them thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if them ain't got a problem with it, why should I got a problem with it?
I think also kind of the area that I come from is, if I think there's a problem, I can say, I am a space for you to have that conversation with, or here are some possible solutions if this is the problem that you're going through. Just kind of being that space if they need it. Not necessarily saying, look, you got to use, like, I got to be here for you, you got to tell me everything, and I got to be the friend right now. That's not necessarily what you need to do. Sometimes it's just...
I thought he meant something else completely different.
What do you mean?
I thought he meant something else. My answer was completely something else.
Oh, okay.
She was still playing rollerblade track.
I know what I mean. Like, she can't go over this rollerblade.
I was thinking more along the lines of like abuse.
How are you?
Yeah.
I was on that level with you. And that's kind of where I am. It's just like, well, I can tell you to leave him. You might not listen to anything that I say, or to leave her, because we have equal problems in many communities. I can't tell you that you have to leave your partner, and you may not want to listen to me. Sometimes the best thing for me to do is just be like, well, if you do decide to leave them, I'm here to either tell you solutions or to give you a space to stay or whatever. Just, I'm here.
You can't force somebody to leave, really.
Make it known that this is your position, and if they ever feel to come around or feel they need support, you are one that will be supportive.
That will be there.
Because people get frustrated easily too. Mm-hmm. Like when you, my experience as well with a friend who's being abused, like even right this second, I offered my space, I've offered suggestions, I've offered just about everything that I could offer, and it got to the point where I felt really frustrated. Like I was like, well, I can't force you to leave.
You can't force people
to
heal.
What I can do is that if you are ever ready, give me a call. No matter what time of the night it is, I will call a taxi for you, and I will get you out of that situation.
And then also on top of that, kind of is the responsibility of NGOs such as our own organization, who want to kind of be at the forefront of this battle, to kind of make ourselves known, to make hotlines known, to make, again, more sensitive spaces available, so that becomes a part of our job, so that then we can be like, okay, you have decided that you want to take the next step, or maybe you haven't decided that you want to take the next step, but here's the hotline, here are all these materials and routes, and again, sending you the vision of what your life could be, because you've got to remember that these people who are in those sort of situations have sometimes internalized that this is what their life has to look like and cannot imagine an alternative.
And then
So,
also
there's a hotline number that you can call.
Not as yet. We're working on that. We're still quite young as a charity.
Still babies, toddlers.
We just established.
When there's babies that make a lot of noise, though, when I had time for when I said the other day, when the babies keep it's quiet. But that's the whole thing about it. Like I say, you know what I mean? Somebody's always want somebody to show them a way. You know what I mean? And even though you might feel like, yeah, you got it right, and like, yeah, what you're doing is work here. Somebody can always come and show you a different way of doing things, because like, if somebody saying home again beat to death and then feel like that's the only way, you know what I mean? It's bad to draw a reference again, but to hobby your part. I know she didn't want help. There ain't nobody can tell me in the world that lady didn't want what was happening to she, because look at her children now. You know what I mean? Her children grow up, you know what I mean? One of them actually represented Barbados.
And two of them?
Is one. I know one of them. He's got
more than one of them have represented
Barbados.
You know, the big one is, I think everybody knows Akila Jones.
Yeah. Akila Jones is one, and John. I think John, he's play basketball.
Okay.
He's another one too. Big. I just look at them as just like, nobody never reach out to help their mother. But I wonder what their mother would say if she was here now to see what her children achieved for the torture she went through. You know what I mean? And eventually, I think the dude did kill her too. You know. I think
Yeah.
man, I think the dude
It
did
was
kill
a
her.
real graphic.
You understand?
kinda.
So sometimes people just want help, but they don't know who to get it. So
Or as
y'all
Lucy
gotta
said-
get that hotline
or as-
number
or as-
popping
or
real
as Lucy
quick.
said they may want help, but they figure, listen, I
I
deserve
going through this here for
this.
5
But,
years,
you know,
10 years, whatever the case is.
Help, no
No
help
boy
ain't
ain't gonna help
coming.
me, no.
Yeah.
There are people that actually give up.
Yeah.
Like tell us, like, yo, life in Leggings never happened to me. Are you taking blows for 911 blows to kill a walk out, but I ain't dead yet. So you might as well keep saying, oh, you're taking the blows, because this is what a lot of women is equated to. I get blows. But my mom give me a car to drive. I got my own house. I just travel when I ready. That's going the latest from down Lime Grove.
It's good day.
And thing we go on dates, we get the best restaurants. All this is go on staycations and thing. But then it's get beat. I think boys get out there getting beat a lot more. So I can keep taking the more I want or blows, and I can keep my
You know,
things.
I once read about a community in Pakistan, right? Where the women, the mothers, treat their sons exceptionally well. They spoil their sons, and they unfair their daughters. Like beat them and talk bad to them and talk down to them, and they encourage the sons to beat and unfair their sisters. The reason that was placed in the article for this is that when the sons get married, their wives will join the household. And when the father dies, the son becomes the head of the household and the wife becomes the female head. If the son cares more for the wife than he does for the mother, the wife can end up making the mother-in-law life hell. So what she does is she raises her son to unfair women. So he will I love her. So he will unfair the wife when she comes in the house and always look to mommy as the top.
As a mommy, you call
as
a
the top
mommy
dog.
boy, like a mommy
Yeah.
boy. Whoa, that's crazy. And that's like, they got some different cultures around the world. Like, every year, so many things that women is going to do and stuff like that. It's amazing. Like, women, you got a lot of trouble out there for women. I can say
Even
that.
here.
Men is get trouble too. Cause you all not changing thing, but you know that women do that. Men, yo, boy, yo, sure, where's on your pants? You know women is do that too.
Oh, yeah.
They got women that do that too.
So I know y'all got some licks from men who are like, well, what you singling out harassment
To
against
women.
women?
Right.
What about the men? What was your response to that?
Well, obviously, the levels in which women experience violence is much higher,
Right.
as well as the fact that the way that men experience violence is different to the way that women experience it.
So it's not really our place as women to have that conversation.
You all doing it for the women
So
side
we're
of
gonna
it.
have the conversation for women because that's our experience.
Right.
That's the people that we can more accurately represent.
Right.
If, however, there was a group of men who decided that they wanted to do a similar kind of movement that had the cause at the heart of the movement, then
It doesn't even have to be similar in their own way. I mean,
Yeah,
for
in their
us,
own way, that's
for
what I
us, it was different because again, it goes back to the way I said it's women experience it different to men. But if they started something that applies more to them,
like for example, the fact that how guys are socialized in our society, like 16-year-old, well, not even 16. From the time you get a certain age, you see that boys have to lose their smile in photographs. And if you start to explore why it is that boys stop smiling in photographs,
Yeah,
all
go
the
you know,
time.
men, some men
And then
want
they lose
men,
it.
men like I check them like, yo, dude, men want smile in the pictures, but use a girl or don't want to do that.
Exactly.
And that's the first thing that this computer, girls is always the softest part. Are you all being like, you know what I mean? Like if you get compared that girl and certain, but you just run like a girl.
as though women are
It's like,
inferior.
yeah, so how the men is running by the government can run faster than you shut up. You know what I mean? So when you get that part, no, men just look at it like, nah, I ain't want to be like that, or so I ain't gonna complain. Like, I know, men, like, this is what it was. I had a story years ago. I think a man went to the police and tell the police that a woman tried to rape me. But he's like, yo, boy, go to the station, your ass. And boy, a woman can try to rape you. You're supposed to take that there, big man.
But that's also a
You
very
like-
real conversation we need to start having in our spaces. Because male rape, I mean, I even said it today. I was like, it's 2017. Why do we still think that male rape is a joke, especially prison rape? Like, we're always making that don't drop the soap kind of.
But that's the
joke.
biggest joke. The guys come out of jail.
And
Boy,
you
when you
just
go
like-
up, boy, they got what that is go. When you go up, they can ask you cock or hen. Don't ever say hen here. So call I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, I sit on the back of a police car and policeman was actually telling me this, boy, when you get in there, boy, the man want to call hand, do want some hand here? Like, why not? Say hand and see what gonna happen. You better start thinking quick. Like, oh, no, a hand is a woman. You're gonna see he's a cock, he's a man, so maybe, like, yeah. And he was like, that dumb, though. Ain't really matter sense to me, though, be like, you know, because they don't even ask it out here.
I'm also glad you brought up the police because that's something else that we really need to start dealing with because police insensitivity to all kinds of rape and assault charges is like through the roof.
Yeah.
And that is something that we need to have a conversation about at the very least and hopefully can instill some kind of change because we have stories of women who go into the police station and can't even get a statement. Or when they do go in because maybe they're male presenting or whatever, it's just like, well, maybe you deserve what happened to you because corrective rape is apparently a thing.
And what about in Trinidad when during the movement there was this instance where this girl, she had gotten raped and she ran from her rapist into the street, and this couple I think were coming from a date, and they picked her up because she ran into the road and carried her to the police station. And the police officer turned her away and said she was indecently dressed.
Yeah.
What?
Indecently dressed.
Wow.
That is crazy.
So
She obviously had to go home, bathe, put on some clothes, which means she washed off all the evidence and all that. And he only got fined 2 days' pay.
What do you mean fined 2 days pay?
He was fined 2 days' pay.
2 days of pay he got fined for.
That was it. And that kind of shows volumes.
And that's the next thing, John, because you know the high stories you will hear of certain scenes apart, the police respond to certain things, and when they get there, the man is then framed. Man, I can't believe you want to lock up the man. Man, can't be talk to you. And they talk you down the women. They drop all charges and no personal charges and things.
I've seen a situation where a man literally chopped up his family. And then the police got there, and because of who he was, they let the man walk up and down the road to cool off. This is a man who just chopped his family with a cutlass, and he gets to walk up and down to cool off. Like, can we not? Can we not do that? Is that too much to ask for? And then that gets to that point where we have that conversation about why are we talking specifically about women? Because of these stories, and guys have their own stories, but they need their own space.
Don't talk about marital rape experiences where someone went to report that their husband raped them, and they were like, "That ain't rape. Go home, work that with your husband."
Yeah, that happens a lot where the police will turn up and be like, "It's just a domestic," and just go home. And it's just like, what do you mean just?
I always hear when it was going on as a youth that once you married, that your wife can't. They had a lawyer would say your wife can't refuse you or something like that.
That was only changed in 1993, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or was it
once you married.
I can't swear for that. If it was 1993, and it burned in 92.
Yeah, well, I seem to recall it was only changed in the 90s.
But this is why y'all got such a we got such a difficult job. because it is deeply entrenched in our culture, and the attitude of the police is only reflective of the attitude of the general public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And also their personal.
You know what? Some police beat the women too.
Of course.
I mean, they got police
sector.
officers that raped girls and went back out. When a time we went Old Town Festival, and the whole van literally stopped. Like they went to the next side to look at this police officer because they conducted to point him out as a officer that raped a young girl and back up in the job. Everybody just went, look. I was like, oh, okay.
Can we also talk about teachers who rape young girls?
That's the one that has sex with the 13-year-old girl.
No. You can't have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
You rape.
Well, thank you for correcting me. In that case, right then and there, that's when you use rape. I want to know change it up there for me, because I don't understand. He was having sex with this. I think it happened last year. They only catch him last year, but he was having sex with this lady from then she was like 12.
Oh, that one I was in paper recently.
Yeah. You understand? I don't really understand why he would get there. I don't really want. That's what in the United States of America. I glad that living abroad teach me a lot, big man. You see, if you slap a woman, if a woman like you don't even hit, but if you and your lady have an argument and she called 911, tell the police, "Why you want you to leave here?" You know you gotta leave. Like, police can come and like the minute that they get there and you there, you go in handcuffs and one. They want to find out what really going on here. Like, yo, she called saying crying and blah blah blah. ain't saying that they gave me all the rights, but they understand that you understand you don't hit a woman.
But I was no comment. I was no comment to that because then I can understand the concern of that law or that approach being used against men, where women abuse it.
Whereas they call the police now and say, oh, he hit me, but he really didn't do nothing, and then you just met the police come and lock up the man. That thing has happened too. But they basically, I think they do it on a case by case basis where they investigate.
The
Like
police
you got
really have to be sensitized and well trained. Like this is a deep
Because
issue.
That is also something that happens here, and I'm pretty certain that there are enough lawyers and enough police who will get to the situation and be like, actually, we can kind of see through what's going on here.
Then it happens. It doesn't happen as often as people like think, especially like how
Because I often hear police complain that one of the reasons I've heard police say this, one of the reasons they're not as proactive in cases of domestic abuse as people would like them to be is because very often they intervene and then the next day the woman in there, she want up charges, like she's no longer interested.
But there's a lot that goes into that. Like
there's the fear. She may be fearful.
Then, going back into that, like I have I don't want to friend is a strong word, but anyways, and I don't want to tell the woman business in that sort of way. But long story short, she's married. They have a child together, and when he's emotionally abusive, and I guess mentally abusive as well, but psychologically, sorry. But when she told him that she was leaving, he told her straight, if you attempt to leave me, I will do everything in my power to take this child away from you out of spite. He don't do nothing to raise a child. He's his granddad. But for the fact that she wants to leave, he would make it his mission to take away this child from this woman. And she's scared of her mind. She don't want to leave because she does not want that he be the sole guardian for this child, because he's not a good father. He don't care about the child in that sort of way. And
she's probably in a financially vulnerable position as well.
Kind of and then exactly. So she's terrified, and though she has friends who are willing to get her out of this situation, that her child, she is scared to leave. So she can put up with this abuse for as long as possible, hoping that he probably kick out or whatever the case may be until.
And that's just like one of the stories you hear. But the ones it's be so much more to add on is like the ones that you don't hear. It's make you jump like, child. So what going on up there that you don't know?
Well, I was actually surprised that so many people were surprised at the stories that came out in Life in Leggings.
Surprisingly surprised.
I was surprised that people didn't know that this stuff was going on as rampant as it is.
A lot of people tend to, but people sometimes they know something, but then a story is like here, over your head. Like, yo, they ain't really got nothing on me. A lot of people get to this point where they don't pay attention to none that ain't of value to them, basically. Then.
And what we acknowledge that as is you're in a space of privilege where it doesn't have to affect you, so you pretend it doesn't affect you.
Easy to ignore.
You ignore it until you have a friend who says, actually, this happened to me.
You have a daughter.
You have a daughter. You have a niece. You have a mother,
which is
who went
actually
through the same things.
Why we reaffirm that you shouldn't wait until it happens to somebody that you care about, or you shouldn't only care when it happens to somebody that you care about. I mean, be proactive. If you challenge these behaviors in the early, then more than likely, we're hoping that the women that come after, the women, like, you don't have a daughter right now, but you may have a daughter, that when you change society, that your daughter does not have to experience, that she does not have her own stories.
And that's literally our hope.
Well, the first person I got challenged is myself, because I see within myself the conditioning of the culture. You know what I mean? I look back on some of my actions in the past, and I'm like, whoa. That wasn't cool, though.
You know how much times is look back and say that, yo, like, I mean, to like, yo, you hit somebody, I know, man, somebody, it's look at it like, boy, anybody hit my family can kill them, but then you sit down, all of you, I do some griminess or some sort of payback gonna come. Ain't that you say no looking for, but you be like, yo, some sort of payback gonna happen.
And I think the Life in Leggings movement is very important in terms of bringing that kind of awareness to people at a younger age. Because you're mature and you grow up and you may see things. Everybody don't grow up, but most people grow up and see things differently. But if we can get these messages in earlier.
That's something I actually wanted to talk about because I'm a teacher. So I've been at the tertiary institution that I teach at, and I've actually heard young people use life in leggings. So like a situation happened and they'd be like, look, you better be careful because that could be a life in leggings hashtag. Like a guy was hitting on a girl and she really didn't like it, so she told him that kind of thing.
Right.
And then he was just like, hands up, like, I don't want to be one of them guys that get blasted in that sort of way. And it was kind of twofold for me, but at one point it really helped me to see, and I've seen it in younger as well, in younger students at bus stops, the same kind of situation happened. And it really made me realize that I'm glad that in some way we've created our own language, because we were talking about having a language that is very Caribbean, because we borrow a lot from overseas to kind of navigate these gender relations, etc. So having that life in leggings thing has given young people this accessible language that they can figure out within themselves. Look, this is my body, and I figured that out through a means that is accessible to me, which is my phone, and it's got a usefulness to it, and I know how to use this. I know how to use these words as tools to keep myself safe, and that in itself is powerful. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that.
That's a good note to end on, though.
Yeah, for real. The break it down in so much different ways that, I mean, eye opener for me, you know what I mean? It could be an eye opener for the people out there. Yeah, but today was a real eye opener in terms of like having remembered a different look. It wasn't an entertainment or something that they would in nitty gritty or what we mean. Going through what we great grandmothers went through, because a lot of them went through barriers and again, we just call it again beat bar.
We ain't get into the history of
I
it,
was
you know.
going to say,
Slavery and the colonial
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We ain't even get there.
In Barbados is even, that's also something else that we consider within the organization, because we haven't even touched on that. And that's also one of the reasons why Life in Leggings was regional, because we have a similar history. And in that similarity, we realize that our gender relations, or our lack of gender relations, come from the same kind of place.
I know that.
So in other words, they'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, to be continued, we can say this the first part of it.
Part
You know
one.
what I mean?
Part
The first, yeah, that's part one. So you know what I mean? Look for them again sometime. We can bring them out sometime this year.
Yeah,
most definitely.
That sounds good. That's
You know what I mean?
That's
That was a
what
great
we're
conversation.
Yeah.
Is
You
that
comfortable?
Yeah.
You feel? All right.
Good.
All right.
So they coming
This is not
back.
BDSM going on here. This is not domination.
Right, yeah. What? Not BDSM. Then so, but I can tell you one thing. This is Life in Leggings in the boiler room. So I hope you know. You see the fire that the ladies bring. I want somebody to pick something up off of what they say and use it in everyday life. Same time again next week, my brother.
Out and bad.
Done talk.